Today, we are going to look at the year 2024, where we had lots and lots of experiences. We went to many farms, from dairy to poultry and even piggery. In this episode, we want to recap the whole year and you see where we've been, take some few highlights on agriculture. My name is Alexander from Paul's Farm. So take us through maybe I know we are going to have a technical blow-by-blow bit on how you do BSF production, but you can give us an overview of how you do it, how you start, things like that.
Well, I guess the initial stage would be the structure.
Yes.
A structure, you need a greenhouse.
Yes.
So that then the temperatures that are supposed to be sustained, that is between 26 degrees centigrade up to 36.
Okay.
Those are the ideal temperatures to rear the black soldier fly. It needs to be well ventilated so that then it can be able to thrive through.
Right.
Yeah, get a set.
Okay.
Set for both.
All right.
Yeah.
So you just pull it up.
Yeah,
like
pull
that.
it up. And also for mine, for yours. So this is because it's always good to keep hygiene, so that although they are pathogen free, you cannot transmit any disease to it. Neither can the black soldier fly transmit any disease to you. But it's always good to be take precautions. You can see there's a provision for airflow, and it's covered by a paper from outside for controlling the temperatures. And above the iron sheets, you also have transparency, because lighting is also very important, so that there is airflow and maintenance of the temperatures. The materials used for greenhouse in this, we've taken used advertising materials and local timber to be able to make it up. And for the instruments, we have the hygrometer here. This will give you the temperatures and the humidity and the parameters for that. If, for instance, you start with a small larvae, we call them neonites. Neonites, the small one, you'll see them. Yes. They are very, very small. This is after hatching the eggs. And we have the first lot of the black soldier fly larvae. Now, these are 7-day old.
Wait a minute.
And therefore,
it's moving.
Wow. Yeah, it is moving. So get the feel. Get the feel.
Oh.
No, get the feel. It is, Alex.
Looks very.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Just get the feel. And they were feeding on they have the melon. They're just getting on the.
Wow, look
so
at this.
They are in their thousands and tens of thousands here. Look, you can see that. They are very, very, quite a number. They're 7-day old. Yeah. So now they are feeding on maize germ and wheat bran. Okay.
So is it comfortable for them to come and stir them around, or you want to leave them?
Yeah. Well, you can stir them around, because sometimes it's too hot. You can turn them around. So you can see most of them are. They are. These are. Look at that. It's in thousands of. Yeah. Now, with this kind of handful like this,
yes,
you can get about 5 kilos of grown up, because there are so many. So many. Yeah. And here, the same.
These are also 7 days.
Yeah, these are all 7 days as well.
Wow.
And the 7 days as well. It's quite, you can see them. Yeah. You got the eggs.
Yes.
And I'll show you how you place them in the technical element. Here, this is for the production area. So the black soldier fly at this stage does not feed on anything. Just takes water and some sugar there to give it energy. Yeah. The water you don't put without the sponge, because otherwise it will drown. You can see that one is feeding, it's drinking some water. And there you are. So that's what they do in there. And then the female lay eggs on what we call the eggies. They lay on specific places. We call it the eggies, so that then they can be able to, they lay the eggs on this. These are the eggs. So you do them specifically like this so that they can be able to, so you can see these are the eggs, yellowish in color. So that's what they do. They lay the eggs from here, and we harvest every 3 days. Every 3 days we harvest. You can see that's some of the eggs, and now there you are. These are the eggs now. So those ones, if you just put them on top there, and you have the wheat bran below, they will hatch and then start feeding and all that.
So from here you put them in the tray?
Yeah, from here we'll put them in a tray like this. We'll put in, there is a goose wire like that. And just put them there and cover them for warmth. Then they will just hatch and drop and start feeding.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we did with these ones.
So this goose, there's a maize jam waiting for them,
or wheat bran. It must be damp. It must be wet a bit, not so wet, so that when they drop they start feeding immediately, and then as these ones were doing 6 days ago. At that stage you can hardly see them, but now you see them, and you can see there are multiple of them. They are number many. There are thousands. Once it hatches, it's very minute. You can hardly can't dissect it with the once they hatch from the egg, then you feed them on either maize jam or wheat bran, so that once they drop, that's the first line of feeding. And all that. From there, then you feed them on market waste. You can get, there's plenty of market waste around here, food waste from your backyard, and if you are rearing pigs, the pig waste. So in other words, if you are rearing pigs, you can feed them on the pig waste, and the pigs will feed on some kind of sucker. Now, this is a pawpaw I've picked from the garden. So wasted, the birds have really, but this is one of the feeds that you can feed your larvae. You just cut into small pieces, and I've done this here for the video. Cut them into pieces, and they will really enjoy taking it. Just do. So these are part of the market waste that you can feed: avocados, watermelon, anything, any market waste, bananas that are rotten. They enjoy all these things. They do. They do. And once you just mix up, by tomorrow there will be nothing here.
Wow.
They would have consumed.
The little guys can really eat, huh?
Oh yes, they are ferocious feeders. They eat 24 hours a day.
These ones eat to live.
They are ferocious.
Oh no, sorry, they live to eat.
Because they know they will become feeds.
Hold on, Uncle Sam.
Yes.
There's a concern I have here. You've talked about market waste, you've talked about pig waste, and all this is in your homestead.
Yes.
How about the smell?
There's a way you control, of course, if you are doing pigs, there's a way you control the smell. These days you hardly, and they take fresh, so there will be no smell as such until you keep it. If you are talking about the market waste or the pig waste?
Generally, I am looking at that
from the market, you get the waste, and you have to observe hygiene. So you come and put them in a big bin and just close, so there will be no interference. The beauty is that it will rot, and then that when it rots, that is good feeds for the black soldier fly. Once they have fed on the substrate, this is what remains. It's this is what remains. Yes.
So here it
this is called the frass.
The frass.
The frass. This is organic manure.
Yes.
Called the frass. Organic manure. So this one you can use in the garden it's organic.
From your potted plants in the house.
And all that, you can do it. So nothing goes to waste in terms of Okay. Now,
So this frass also includes their waste when they are eating. Of course, they have to poop.
I don't know about that one,
know.
but what we know, so I know is that it turns this into this. I think they use what they call enzymes to do that. But this is as a result they have consumed and they have turned the substrate into that kind of frass. Yeah.
Okay.
And frass is actually organic fertilizer, which you can use for your gardens.
Okay.
So nothing really goes to waste as far as BS black soldier fly is concerned. Yes.
Would you recommend someone put it slightly further from the house because of any?
Yes. You put it like now. Mine is a bit off. Any waste I put it around here where there's those plantations and all that, with the beans and all that, so that then you don't affect the homestead.
Okay.
And then again, of course, hygiene. You need to clean up. It's going to be done. For those who are doing commercial farming, you need a hammer. That means you break down the food into a sludge or something, so that the black soldier fly can consume it faster.
Oh,
yes.
Wait, let's go back a little bit. The hammer. The hammer
The
is
mill.
The mill.
The
The
mill.
mill is called the hammer.
Yeah, the hammer mill.
Is it the same spelling as the hammer for Nyundo or?
Yeah. It's a HAMER hammer.
Okay.
Hammer mill.
Hammer
I
mill.
guess that's
So
hammer mill.
it's a way
It's a
like-
small. It's a small thing. It's like that one that is used for
Like a
maize. It's a blender or chaffer. But of course the teeth are a bit different to do the kind of work they will do. So with that, it's better because they will consume faster, grow faster, and all that. So for commercial farmers, that will be ideal for that. I specialize in trainings only.
Okay. You've mentioned there's also another concern that I have.
Yes.
We know flies, like the way we know flies, the house flies.
Yes.
We know them for transmitting diseases, this and that and that and that.
Yes.
So what is the distinction between house flies and black soldier flies?
Interesting, Alex, because these black soldier fly, they don't transmit any pathogens. They are pathogen free.
Okay.
In fact, if you feed them on something that is smelling, the next half an hour, there will be no smell at all. It breaks it down and all that. That is the beauty. And the fly itself is harmless. That is the beauty and the wonder of our creator.
Okay. Wow. So it's like it mops up all the dirt and all the badness in them, just creates it, converts it to something good.
Yes, and it converts it to something good.
Yes.
And that is the frass.
Yes.
And what you get result from it will be the larvae, which is now the feed that you use to feed the chicken. Now, these are the same size, but I fed them with pig waste. This is pig waste. Now, but it has really broken it down for the last 3 days. But this is pig waste now. Yeah, as opposed to, so you can see the pig waste. They are there, and the color that is the pig waste.
It's amazing. There's no smell.
Yeah.
There's no smell. So guys, don't be afraid of doing this project. There's no smell.
Yes.
Practically, it's just the earthy smell.
Yes.
The earthy smell that is. Let me do this.
You can see that here. The earthy.
It's just an earthy smell. No smell.
Yeah.
No smell
So
whatsoever.
now, Alex, you can see you feed this on your pigs.
Yes.
And from the pigs' waste, you get feeds for substrate for feed.
Wow.
It's so you cut down
That's
the cost.
sustainability right there.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sustainability.
There you are.
On our normal day-to-day working, do we really see black soldier flies moving around, or you have to really have that production in mind and running that production to see the black soldier fly?
They are there in the forest, deep forest. Like if you go to Mount Kenya and set a trap, you'll find there. So it's always been in the wild. Of course, scientists eventually trapped it, and through their research, they realized that this can do. So there are people who trap them in the wild, but it takes quite a bit of while.
Okay.
Now there are institutions that multiply. I have a black soldier fly here. So besides training, I also set up equipment for them,
Yes.
and we have a setup for them so that they can get started startup kit, we call it,
Okay.
where we train you on how to make up the greenhouse, the kind of equipment that you need, and we give you the starter kit, that is the larvae or the eggs, depending on the kind of where you want to get started.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either the eggs or the larvae, which you will feed to grow until they mature into pre-pupae, into pupae, and eventually they merge to flies. That's the black soldier fly.
So if I may ask, so the starter pack, the one, let's say a farmer wants to start raising their own BSF, you'll come and you give him like a chunk of this?
Yes.
And then, so they do not need to have that, or they have to?
No, because you can't carry the flies. So what you need to do is but first of all, you have to have the right equipment.
The right equipment.
We're talking about the nets.
That's paramount.
Yeah, love cages. These are the goose wires. These are the coffee trays.
Yes.
Coffee trays are good for sorting out. Like if I want to sort out the chaff from the larvae, you just place them, the larvae on top here. The larvae will wrinkle themselves down and leave the chaff. So you need the coffee tray, which is this one. You need the goose tray. You need the trays themselves. This is ideal because then you can maximize your space. You can stack them the way you want, that way or that way, and they take minimal space.
Right.
So these trays are good. But then of course, for the local young ones, because these are rather expensive, you can make your own trays like this one. See, like this one. This is a jerry can.
It's a jerry can.
Yeah.
Cut it in.
Yeah, cut it into half, and then you are good to go. You don't have to have those kind of trays. You just cut it, and you are good to go. The eggies, you can make them locally in your fundi, including the coffee trays and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, and these are for staking. You can put it in so many trays here. You can stake them right through. So you can imagine after you can have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 3. About 20 or there about trays here.
Yes.
Okay.
That's massive.
So, but the modern way of doing it is you can fabricate, so you maximize on the space. Yeah, because it will take less space if you put in if you have the fabricated staking. And in fact, you can stake them to this size where you just slide. You slide in one, you can have about 8, and another one. So with that kind of size, you can have 16.
Like drawers.
Yeah, like drawers.
Okay.
Yes, with that. So that's the modern way of doing things. Yeah.
Actually, you've answered my question before I asked it. Because I was wondering now if they are gotten in the deep forest.
Yes.
Will I go to the deep forest to get them? But you've answered that if you need one, you go to a certified or someone who is trained to breed them, and then you just get a starter kit.
We have an association, it's called Association of Black Soldier Fly Farmers. I represent Mount Kenya region.
Okay.
So we will always consult one another. We hold regular meetings, and we get briefs from the scientists on the modern ways and challenges and all that. ICIPE has been very helpful. The Rockefeller Foundation also assists our association, and we benefit from there. So every time we update ourselves, we also pass on the information to the farmers.
All right.
Yeah, but Alex, I would like to appeal, especially the youth, to take interest in farming, because this is a technology. It's a new technology, and I'm sure that their greatest challenge are the feeds. And here you are. Here you are. You can do integrated farming. You have fish, pigs, and chicken, all in one setup, and then you have a black soldier fly, and you'll be home and dry. And it's not labor intensive. It's not, because once you set it up,
that's it.
Say for instance, once you feed the first lot of BSF, the small ones, the neonites, you give it say for every 150 grams, you give it about 10 kgs of waste. The next time you check, maybe after a week, unless the temperature is extreme, in which case they will self-harvest, those challenges. So once you set up,
self-harvest meaning they
as you see, it means if it's too hot, they will come out of their comfort and go all over. That's called self-harvesting. They will crawl out of
from the tray
they'll crawl out, and you find them all over on the floor. They are very sensitive to heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if it's too cold,
it's too cold, they will not grow.
They will not grow.
They will stagnate. Even the flies themselves.
Yes.
So the right temperature is key.
All right. So viewers, we are now talking about agribusiness. It's not only agriculture, it's business in agriculture. Agribusiness. Yes. Cut your costs, cut the cost of your feed by up to 50% by having a BSF project in your farm.
Yes.
And
Uncle Sam is always ready to train the young.
Sure.
I have a passion for the youth. I really want to impact them.
I know. You know, I've known you for a long time, and I know the passion that you have for the youth.
Right.
And the youth here, you have someone who's going to help you. Guys, come. Uncle Sam, maybe you can share your number so that we can they can call you.
Yeah, I am based along Sagana Nyeri Highway in a place called Riandira, just behind the Ruby's petrol station. I'm also on Google Map. My number is 0721 290 891. Again, 0721 290 891.
Well, now you don't have an excuse now. You have the number, you have the contact. We have brought you the content. We have shown you everything that you need to do your own BSF project at home. So take that number, take that phone number, and give Uncle Sam here, who has a passion for helping guys like you in sustainable agribusiness, and so that we can get you all started.
Mimi nilikaa chini nikaona the cost of feeds are very much high, so I decided to nitafute kitu ita supplement feeds ili ni reduce the cost. So on my nikiangalia hivi nikajua kuhusu Azolla. Azolla ni mmea ambao unakuwa ni aquatic. It's an aquatic plant, it grows on water. Haikaangi siku mingi sana. It's within 10 days itakuwa imejaa kwa pond. So it's very easy. And the cost is very cheap.
Sasa umesema kufeed. Una feed kama ni wanyama wa gani? Ni nguruwe, ni kuku, ni ng'ombe, ni kama wanyama wa gani ukula Azolla?
Azolla kwanza ni kuku, nguruwe. So when you most farmers who seek Azolla, mostly they are chicken farmers and pig farmers. Those are the main customers. The others are goats. Goats unaweza supplement kama zinakula dairy meal, you can supplement with and sasa na ng'ombe hivi. Yes. Mimi niko na sungura hapa around. I tried it with sunguras. But sasa unajua sungura nazo zinataka kitu dry. So you unaweza harvest. I harvested it and nikaiweka kwa maji kwa mahali zikakauka. So niliona ziko na positive effects. You can also feed it with rabbits. So rabbits, chicken, pigs, cows, and I think livestock and fish farmers.
Are you putting it together with the other foods as a supplement, or is it like a main meal? For example, kama ng'ombe, unajua ukipatia ng'ombe dhara napier grass, itashiba na itaishi. Maybe haita thrive, but itaishi. So Azolla ni lazima umix na vitu vingine ama unaipatia on its own?
So Azolla is very high in protein. It's around 21 to 35% protein. So unaona hii ni packed with vitamins and proteins. So with proteins kulingana na where you feed dairy meal, unaweza mix ama kwa sema chicken farmers. An example where you feed your chicken 5 kgs. a day, you can use 3 kg of feeds, then the rest 2 kg you can top up.
Okay.
So you in the end unaona una minimize cost of production of your feeds.
Hebu turudie hapo watazamaji, amesema 3 kgs of for chicken feed. 3 kgs of chicken feed,
then you top up the rest
with like 2 kgs of Azolla.
Yeah,
so maybe the ratio is 3 to 2. But again, it's a supplement, so you can always check on your own. So umemention nutritional value ya Azolla. How do you serve it? Unatoa tu kwa maji unaipatia? Nimesikia umesema rabbits you dry it. Na hiyo nutritional value inaweza potea ukifanya hivyo. Maybe kunaweza to advise for rabbits how you do it, the processes before you feed na kwa wanyama wengine. Yes.
Sasa kwa chicken, hata ukichukua tu hivi, you realize even if you are to pack it, iko na maji mingi sana. So protein mara mingi ukidry, the protein content will increase.
With the protein content per volume
increases. Yeah? Dry matter. With dry matter,
yes.
The more dry it is,
yes,
the better it is.
That makes sense. That makes sense. If you dispute that, please write it on the comment section. When you dry Azolla, the protein content for the volume goes up.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? So do you need to, like, tuseme huu ni mkulima mpya na kuku, lakini ameanza kuweka Azolla. Una need kuipatia pole ndio izoe, ama utachukua tu uipatie mara moja?
That's a very good question. Because unaona ukiintroduce anything new to tuseme chicken, rabbits, to even goats. First time ukizipea hivi, ukizipea uziweke hapo, hazitakula. So what do you do? Unachukua tu kama umezoea kuzipea tuseme growers ama kienyeji feed ama tuseme rabbit pellets hivyo.
Yes.
First day lazima umix. You must mix it. Kama inaenda kama unazifeed morning, unaenda zinakula pellets morning ama feeds morning, zitaanza kukulia hapo. Zikikula chakula zinakulia tu hapo.
Okay.
So with time itazoea. As you go zitazoea.
I guess utaziona pia.
Chicken sasa unaona the first weeks hivi zitakulia tu hapo kwa nini. But with time unaona unaweza ipia zikiwa unaweza ipia tu hivyo zikiwa raw.
So then another question that many farmers are asking. Now because you have a pond, I know it is not very deep, but you have a pond. Si ndio ushikanishe mambo yote, hauwezi weka samaki ndani, ukiwa na samaki na Azolla. Is there any danger in doing that?
There's no danger in doing it. Shida ni venye juu fish they feed on Azolla. So ukiintroduce hapa fish, lazima ukuwe na pond kubwa yenye sasa inaweza contain na bado ukuwe na Azolla. So with the small pond cannot afford to have a raise fish here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as tunasonga pande hii kwa hizi pond zingine, ulituambia hii ndio ulianzia nayo.
Ulianza hapa.
Hizi mbili ndogo. Naona kuna mosquito net hapa juu. Kwani unazuia zisishikwe na malaria?
Hii inaitwa shade net.
Okay.
The purpose of the shade net is to izuie direct sunlight. Because when I started,
yes,
nilinunua Azolla.
Yes.
And Azolla seeds. Nikaamua kupropagate the seeds.
Yes.
And so after 2 weeks hivi nika realize it's drying up. So I decided nikatafuta tu knowledge tu hivyo online.
Yes.
Nika realize sunlight may be a cause of it drying up. So when I did, nilitafuta shade net. This one.
Yes.
Nikaenda nikatafuta mbegu zingine.
Okay.
Nikaziweka.
So the first batch totally kwisha kabisa.
Yeah, dried up.
And they can dry and they're in water.
Yeah, they dry because of direct sunlight.
Direct sunlight.
Because unaona hii maji heat.
Yes.
Hii maji unaona ukikuguza hivi,
yes,
it's very cold.
Yes.
Ishiki nini, lakini when direct sunlight,
yes,
inakuwa warm.
Okay.
And this ina heat up, inafanya hii chomeke.
Okay.
So inachomekanga yote.
Ina change color.
Yeah. And the second mistake I did, once niliona i multiply, nikaamua niweke fertilizer, DAP. Yeah. So ilichoma yote. So hii inatakaga tu manure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you for that point. Maybe you can go back and now tell us the process. Tuseme umekuja na mbegu zako. What do you do first? Maybe you give us a process of the dam size.
So Azolla, all you need is a dam liner or hii yangu ni silage paper. So unachimba kaponi kadogo, it must be shallow. Pasi kuwa so deep. So this one is around 20 centimeters.
20 centimeters, less than a foot.
Si lazima ikuwe deep sana. So unachimba kapond, then unakuja unaweka seeds zako, and you put half a sack of manure.
Okay.
This can be cow manure, it can be goat manure. Then you wait.
You wait
For 10 days.
Yes.
10 days utaona imefeel, itajaa yote hapa.
So at that time you will have put the Azolla. So 10 days inajaa kabisa. So how often do you change the mbolea?
After some time utaona imeanza kuchange color. Utaona imeanza kama huku utaona
the Azolla.
Utaona imeanza kufade.
Yes.
Utaona ina fade hivi. So within some 5 days hivi, 7 a week or so.
Yes.
Itakuwa green kama hivi. Inakaa hivyo.
So the brownness
unaona imeanza kama huku sona huku. Hii ni nguvu imeisha kabisa.
So that's why unaona several bugs.
Nimeanza hizo niliweka jana.
Okay.
So lakini pasi you have to do it. Sasa hii ni mistake nilifanya.
Okay.
Niliassume sana.
Okay.
Ikaona imeanza kuchange color.
All right.
So ikikaa sana manure ikiisha nguvu, ina changing color. But when you place, ukirudisha manure, ukiweka manure mpya, color inarudi.
Ina recover.
Yeah, ina recover.
So at no time should you put fertilizer?
Yeah, at no time should you put fertilizer.
Just weka mbolea. What are the advantages of Azolla farming?
Azolla farming is very cheap to start. So you only need a bag, a silage bag. Very cheap. This one goes for around 200 shillings per meter. So ukifanya costing yako is around, this one is around 3 meters. So it's about 600. Then Azolla, you need the Azolla seeds and the bag only. So the cost is very cheap. The other thing, Azolla multiplies very fast. Within 10 days, once you propagate it, within 10 days, itakuwa imejaa everywhere. The other thing is very rich in protein. When you feed your cattle, you feed your chicken. The other advantage is you are able to minimize the cost of production. So in case where you are feeding your chicken 5 kgs, you can feed it 3 kgs of feeds, then you can top up the rest 2 kgs for Azolla. So it's very, very cheap to produce.
So what are the disadvantages of what are the challenges of Azolla farming?
Challenges, first challenge may be direct sunlight. So Azolla, ukitaka kuanza Azolla, unatafuta mahali kuna partial shade, so that utakuwa na challenge ya, because when water heats up inaharibu Azolla, inafanyanga hii fade kidogo. So with direct sunlight it can be a major challenge. So when you decide to start a Azolla pond, you should unatafuta mahali kuna partial shade, ama you can decide to purchase a shade net to cover the sunlight. Ina challenges mingi sana. And maybe knowledge, kosa kujua knowledge inaweza kustress sana juu. First mimi nilifikiria fertilizer, ukitumia fertilizer inafanya the same way, but sasa nikikuja ku realize it doesn't need fertilizer because it burns the Azolla and dies.
All right.
Yeah.
So maybe you could also tell us if there are other commercial benefits. what are the commercial benefits of Azolla? Can you do it as a business? I know you are selling to us and to the general public. Do you think it's a viable business that can, you know, help you take care of the costs within the farm side?
Kwa mkulima mwenye nataka kuianzisha kwa biashara, siwezi muadvise sana afanye kwa biashara, lakini wenye nauzianga sana ni wenye either wako na chicken farmers. I sell to farmers. Because ukisema ni biashara, kupata customers inaweza kudiscourage sana. So mwenye either akona farm mahali, unaweza muambia unamuuzia ende propagate. It's better. Because unaweza anza ukose our customers, inaweza kudiscourage sana. Because unaona ikijaa inakuja, ukianzisha then ikuja ijaa then ukose customers, is a big challenge.
Okay.
So sasa unaona mimi nikianza siko nimetarget kuuza.
No.
So nilikuwa nataka for my own consumption, then the surplus I can sell. Yeah.
Okay.
So kuanzisha biashara nayo inaweza kuchallenge sana kutafuta customers. But when you have viewers, unaweza kuwa na hiyo luxury ya kufanya hivyo.
Sawa sawa. Nadhani sasa unaweza tupeleka tuone vile unapatia Azolla wanyama wako. Yeah, twende tuone. So sasa tuko kwa practical use ya Azolla. Kwa hapa kwa chicken. So we'll see how it is mixed and then we can give the little chicks. Join us. So uki harvest hivi una drain maji kidogo, then unaipack tu ikuwe hivyo. Uki dry unajua itakufa. Okay.
So unaiacha na maji kidogo, yani bado iko na maji, hata ukifanya hivi bado unaona maji inabaki. After tumefanya hivi yote, bado itakuwa na maji kidogo.
It's very soft.
Na ikiwa inaweza kaa around 2 days.
Inaweza kaa 2 days hivi.
Before kama una mahali pa kuweka direct, ama inaweza travel, inaweza kaa siku 2 before dry up.
Okay. So mtazamaji, usiogope kuorder hata ukiwa wapi,
kwa mbali.
Ongea na Effie, tunaweka namba yake hapa. Utampigia akumuongea naye vile hata kutumia Azolla mahali popote uko nchini. So that's it, folks. We have recapped the year 2024. I hope 2025 you'll be with us. We release videos every Saturday. So join us, subscribe to our channel so that we can be able to get all this goodness. Thanks a lot for joining us and we love your support. Till next time, it's adios.